Good evening, race friends, fans, family, to DES Premier Series race. This is playoff race number 3 here at Kentucky Speedway. With me tonight is Ryan Godfrey and our producer, Damon O'Brien. About to go on track here. These trucks are going to be getting lined up, getting ready to go gridding for this awesome race. Ryan, how are you feeling tonight, man?
Feeling pretty good. I'm very excited for this race, and I think it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. Go ahead and bring us in here.
Starting on row one, we have the 73 of John Crosby with the pole and the 40 of Ben Kuhn right behind him. Row two will be the 5 of Brandon Hinton and Tyler Waltz in the 54. Row three and fifth, we have Todd Perrant and Thomas Long. Row four, we have the 56 of Mark Holloway and the 48 of Max Dinda. Row five, we have the 60 of Brian Souza and the 32 of Jonathan Geist.
Looks like that's going to be everybody out here. Judson Curtis also on track. Not sure if he qualified or what happened there, but he is going to be in the race. He's going to be the last car on the field here. Uh, Man, this track is fun. I went out, I ran about 12 laps. Turn 1 and 2 is flat out on good tires. You got to lift a little bit in 3 and 4. These trucks is just, man, it's almost like a super speedway. So I'm expecting to see a lot of high speed racing, a lot of really close pack racing, and just a bunch of excitement.
Yeah, I can't agree more with you, Christian. I think it's going to be fast, fun filled, and just exciting all around. But the
Absolutely.
real question is, who do you think is going to be the winner tonight?
That is a hard question. This kind of track here, I mean, you can sit there and say that John Crosby's been on fire. He's got more wins in this series than anybody else. And he is a really good racer all around. But this kind of track, I mean, it's anybody's game out here. It's these high bankings, the fast speed, cautions come out, bad pit strategies. It's really tough to tell. Got somebody in the chat here, Peritaville, saying hi. Welcome to the chat. Hope you enjoy this broadcast. Uh, gonna be, I don't know. I think it's gonna be exciting. These guys are gonna be racing clean. I don't expect to have a whole lot of cautions out here.
Yeah, there's never usually any cautions with these guys. Let's be honest.
Lights are off on the pace car. We are in turn 2 right now. We will be going green here shortly. For any of those that are watching and want to race, we are opening our recruiting period right now. We only have a couple weeks left of the playoffs. So if you go on to racedes.com, there will be a link there for our Discord. Hop in our Discord, pick a car number, tell us which series you're interested in running, and we can get you signed up. And you can come and join us in our off weeks. We should have 3 to 4 weeks in our off week before our next season, and then you'll be good to go to start racing from the beginning of the season. We do not allow new drivers to come in and race during the playoffs. You are required to have 4 races in each series before you can get on track, but you can come in and get to know everybody, and see what we're all about, and have fun, especially on some of these goofy races that we're going to be doing on the off weeks. As here we go, the pace car is off, going down pit road. We're about to take the green flag with the 73 and the that's the 40 on his outside. Green flags in the air. Here we go. Race 3 Premier Truck Series playoffs. Looks like nobody really was able to get an advantage there on the restart. The 73, he came out ahead, but he had that lower line there, so just came out right in front of the 40 of Ben Kuhn. Going to be interesting to see here how these guys fare, if they're going to get split off. You think we're going to have a lot of pack racing here tonight? Oh, 3 wide already, going across the start-finish line, lap 1 between Max Dinda, Todd Parent, and who's that other one? I can't see. I think these guys are going to be battling it out all night. As you see right there, you got the 40 of Ben Kuhn, 73, John Crosby, still battling up there. See who's going to take the lead. It's just going to be a lot of leapfrogging. You're going to get up front, give that guy behind you some draft. They're going to be able to cut down in front of you and take that position back. Look at this side-by-side racing. That's a good shot right there. Of course, all of our camera angles and everything by our producer, Damon O'Brien, doing a great job.
And Kuhn finally getting around John Crosby, too.
Got Brandon Hinton in that 5 monster machine. Man, he's really been coming up with some excellent paint schemes here. He's been sticking with the Monster Energy drink sponsor. Got the 48 cutting low underneath him. Going to try and make a pass. I don't know if he's going to be able to have the momentum coming out of the turn on to the front stretch there. See what he does here coming into turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, the 48's kind of been making up some spots, too. If I remember correctly, he was kind of starting on like row 4. Now he's in the top 4.
Yeah, he's currently sitting P4. He started in 8th, so with 5 laps down, he's gained 4 positions. Do you think that's going to hinder him at all? You think he's burning up his tires early, or you think he's just got something figured out that these other guys haven't?
It's the 48 of Max Dinda. Anything you said could be possible, but also he's basically just a magician on track. He can make that car last longer than most people. He can make fuel last, tires last. He just knows what he's doing in that car. So really, it could be anything.
I don't know, Ryan. I think the 69, he's going to be trying to use that high line to keep that momentum coming out. The 54 of Tyler Waltz and Todd Perron, 69, they were battling door to door there for about 2 laps, and it looks like the 69 did prevail, but now they've caught up to some traffic. Got a big pack up there in the front. Look at all those cars, 1 through 5. I mean, you could throw a blanket over those guys.
Yeah, they're pretty close. Max sniffing right there under John Crosby, seeing if he can get through. Hinton just not letting him hit that spot, though, 3rd place.
Yeah, I think if anybody's going to make any passes, they're going to have to try and do it on the front stretch, because it doesn't matter what line you're running here early on with fresh tires. 1 and 2 is flat out. You don't have to lift or anything. You can carry all that momentum. You're not really going to get away from anybody, but you do have to lift coming into turn 3. You see the fire coming out of those guys' exhaust pipes there on the right side of their truck. Oh, it's the 54. He gets a little tight there. He's into the wall. That's going to cost him a few positions. Yeah, he's getting past. He's way off pace. He's still got a lot of racing left here. We got 109 laps to go. So really nothing major there. It just really slowed him down when he was battling with that front pack.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate, but luckily for him, it's super, super, super early in the race, so doesn't really mean anything.
It did kind of make some of these guys in the back tighten up. We got the 60 of Brian Souza. He's all the way back in ninth place. The 56 Mark Holloway. He's trying to make a move on his outside, uh, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to get it done as they come into 1 and 2. And Souza's going to be taking that shorter line down there on the bottom. Oh, 48 looks like he went for a block there on the 69.
Yeah, 69's looking to try to complete that pass, hitting down there underneath him right now. Can't do it. Max Dinda, when he's on track, he's a force to be reckoned with, so it's going to be difficult to pass.
Yeah, he's going to have to try and use his car and the aero to do whatever he can. You see he was right there, stuck his nose right up underneath the bumper of Crosby, trying to get that air off the back end there, get him a little bit loose and make him wash up the track without actually touching him. But in turns 1 and 2, man, that's really hard to do. He was unsuccessful that time. Let's see how it plays out.
And looking on the inside, not doing anything though.
Oh, 73 dives down to the bottom.
Max
Sorry to cut you off.
Him down there. Not fast enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was an attempt by Crosby to dive it down onto the inside of the 40, or if that was an attempt to slow up the 48 of Dinda from sticking his nose down there. Here we go. Got a little bit of separation there. I think battling with the Brandon Hinton in that 5 Monster Machine kind of slowed them down just a little bit. I mean, it's not much of a gap. 48 is going to be able to catch back up there and get a little bit of space between him and the cars behind him as they're battling door to door in turn 1 and 2. Man, the paint scheme on the 69 there, that's actually really nicely done. I really like how it looks. I was talking to him in our legacy race earlier, kind of just joking around with him. I told him that tailgate looked really good because that's the only part of his truck I was able to see all race. Man, he is able to carry some speed there. We raced at New Hampshire, and he's really good there.
Yeah, he was extremely tough to pass. I'm not gonna lie. He knows what he's doing on that track.
Here's a driver I feel like we haven't talked about here lately, the 35 Judson Curtis, not running a hot sauce truck, throwing me off there, but he makes a pass there on 5 Brandon Hinton. He's going to be trying to reel in the leaders here now, see what he can do, catch up to the 69 while he's battling with Dinda up there. Oh, and the 69, he gets into the wall. The 5, he scrapes the wall a little bit. Todd Bront diving it onto the inside of the 48. Let's see if he's going to be able to carry any momentum coming onto the front stretch. Might be slowed down by the 73 of Crosby there. They're door to door coming across the start-finish line. And 35, he's sniffing in there too. He wants a piece of that action. He said, you guys are going to battle, slow each other down. I'm going to use that. He dives down to the bottom, gets to the inside. They're 3 wide coming out of turn 2. The 35 Judson Curtis, he gets a 2-for-1 special there. So like a Walmart coupon. That was a great move by Curtis. Ben Kuhn, he's doing real good. I mean, he's worked his way up to a half-second lead, putting a little bit of a gap between him and the 73.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing in that car, but whatever he's doing is working. He's getting a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's good to see him up there. You know, he's had some really good speed all season. He's been battling with the best of them, and it just seems that he's had a big series of unfortunate events. I mean, he between self spins and getting caught up in other people's wrecks and just being some unfortunate collateral damage, um, and not been able to get in some of the finishes that he was hoping for. I really like seeing him running up front because I mean he's showing that he earned that spot. The 5, he's trying to make a move, diving down low, getting his bumper right there up underneath his teammate Todd Perront. See if he can work with his teammate there, catch that draft coming on the backstretch, and Perront's going to go up high. Oh, the 48, he's into the wall.
Ryan Souza making strides too, starting from the back now in 7th.
We are on lap 23 of 120 here at Kentucky. We will be going to stage break in 2 laps. Pit lane is now closed. These guys are not going to be able to pit. Whatever happens, they're going to have to run it out until the next caution comes out. Got a couple guys scraping the wall back there. One really off pace. Who is that? All the way there in the back. It looks like that is going to be the 23 of Thomas Long. He is... Man, he's over 3.5 seconds behind the 54 of Waltz. Not sure what's going on, if he's just kind of chilling back there. He's been showing some speed this year, too. Got his first win last week. He has to be coming into this race feeling pretty good. Oh, Judson Curtis, the 35, looks like we've had a change of position. He's been able to get past the 73 of Crosby. Caution will come out this time by for our first stage break. Looks like we have Ben Kuhn in the 40 with the dominant performance. In P1, the 35, Judson Curtis, followed by P3, John Crosby in the 73. 69, Todd Perront, Brandon Hinton. That is your top 5 coming to the stage break. We'll go to a quick commercial break, Ryan, and we'll be right back here at Kentucky Speedway, Week 3 Premier Series Playoffs.
Recent studies.
Thank you, Agent State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut. Hey, Arnold, I'm hearing neighbor. It's neighbor.
That's what I said. Neighbor.
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 Hey, let's go again.
Like a good neighbor.
Welcome back, everybody. Kentucky Speedway here, week 3 in the Premier Series truck playoffs. It seems like everybody went down pit road, got some fresh tires, got some more fuel, and all came back out right where they were sitting. We had a drag race between the 40 and the 53, and it looks like the 40 did beat off the 35 from pit road. But it was really close there. I really thought the 35 was going to be able to get a good finish and get in front of the 40, but 40 beat him just by a nose. And so here we are. We got the 40 in P1, 35 P2. Max Denda is, it's John Crosby in P3. Max Denda P4 and Todd Perrant P5. Pretty good, clean racing here. I feel like a lot of guys have been showing some patience. You know, we've had a lot of moves up front, but between the top 5, people just leapfrogging and really wasn't as much as I thought. I figured, that draft was going to keep everybody sucked up real close, but we'll see what happens here. Our first stage break is in the books. Pace car's down. Ready to go here in the Geico restart zone. There goes the green flag, and the 40 with a huge jump, the 73 staying right behind him. Bottom line, really good restart there.
We got a leader change too. John Crosby getting up front again.
Yeah, and I don't think Ben Kuhn is out of the woods right now. We got Denda. He's trying to make something happen. Going to be aggressive here early on. He sees the 73, able to make a move there, and you know that he wants a piece of that action. So he's going to be pushing it as hard as he can. Try and get up underneath the 40 there. The 40 cannot let him get a nose up underneath him like he did. There we go, the 48. Oh, he got a little loose. Had to back off of it. The 48. Oh, man, they're getting close. Denda gets on that inside, and I don't know if the 40 is going to be able to do anything to hold him off. He is for the time being, but still got plenty of laps to go. We got a 3-way battle right here. The 60 Brian Souza getting stuck on that topside line as the Electric Man Tyler Waltz making a move there, going to the bottom. Almost gave the opportunity to Mark Holloway to make a move there as well. He wasn't able to get it done coming onto the backstretch, but now we got the 60. He said, you know what, I'm not done battling you, man. Like, you got to stay here. Drops to the bottom, coming onto the front stretch. Look at him door to door across the start finish line. Let's see what happens here coming out of turn 2 onto the backstretch. Bottom line, not going to get it done. 54 is going to be able to keep that momentum and get by him. 56 in the meantime is 56 with a huge dive to the bottom there. Going to be able to clear Tyler Waltz. Gaining a couple positions, working his way all the way up to P7.
Judson completing his pass on Max Enda too.
That's what I love about tracks like this, man, is there's battles front to back. These guys never really get a huge gap on each other. I mean, you can even look, we're about 14 laps since we went green here, and even Crosby's only got a 0.2 of a lead on P2. See if anybody here is going to get settled in. It doesn't look like we're going to have any kind of calmness. Everybody's going to be battling the entire time. 56 still trying to make some gains. That's the 56 to Mark Holloway. He's sneaking up there on the 5. Brandon Hinton trying to make a move. There's just moves left and right here tonight. Gonna have to sit here and watch this develop as those two are working together. You got the two Hinton Motorsports boys staying close to each other, using that draft. And the 56, he gets into the wall. That's gonna get him off pace there. That's gonna kill some of his momentum, man. That's got to be crushing. I mean, he was really working it and biding his time, and it looked like he was just hoping for an opening for him to cut underneath Hinton.
He was fighting for that spot. It's not too easy when the two people in front of you are teammates and they're helping each other out. He didn't lose too much there. He's still right there with him. Ooh, in the wall back there, get loose. '69 is right on the bumper of Max Enda. '56 and Mark Holloway starting to threaten Hinton right now.
Yeah, that little wall tap slowed him down, but he didn't let it discourage him, and he's still out for blood. He's trying to work his way up there. But I mean, these guys battling here at 69, he looks like he's trying to drop low, going down to the apron. See what he does here.
Looked like he thought about dropping in there, but
I think he's just kind of testing the waters, trying to see how much mirror the 48's actually using.
still trying to get under him, just can't do it.
I was doing the same thing tonight to the 98, which is Jamie Howell. He is not currently in Premier. I do expect we'll probably see him there soon. He's a really good racer, but tonight, as the 48 cuts the nose off of the 5. But I was trying to test the waters a little bit. I was faking inside. I was faking high. All kinds of things to see what I could get the 98 to do. And I think he's got his mirrors turned off, or that man is just made of steel. He would just run his line and would not be deterred, man. That's just great racing by him, and battling him tonight was really fun. Jason Phillips also battled him tonight. That was amazing race. But that New Hampshire race earlier tonight was just good all the way around, I think.
It was rough for me. I don't like short tracks, but luckily he didn't get into anything, so I finished well.
Yeah, short tracks to me are more fun than just holding it flat down to the floor and waiting until that checkered flag comes out.
Well, call me simple-minded. '69, taking a look at the inside of the 5, not really doing anything though. If they want to get around this 48, they're going to have to work together. They're not running the same line.
Yeah, that 5's gonna. Oh, the 69 dropping low.
They're really going to have to figure out turns 3 and 4 if they're going to try to match the speed of Max Stenda.
They're gonna have to do something here with 12 laps before our next caution.
Holloway's kind of falling back now. 69 on the inside of the 5.
Looks like the 5 moved up for his teammate there, possibly thinking, you know, you go see what you can do because I can't get anything done here. I'm not really sure what moves I'm able to make, but then he takes that position right back from Perrant.
Yeah, I don't know what's being discussed in that team chat, but doesn't seem like a whole lot of communication and coordination and working together right now.
Somebody we haven't talked about tonight is the 32 Jonathan Geis. He seems like he's running a good race. He's back up into 8th place. It seems like him and the 60 of Brian Souza, they are working comfortably together. These guys are patient. They let things come to them without making any kind of aggressive moves, without trying to force the issue, and just being smooth. I mean, look at them coming out of those turns like that. They're not forcing any issues, and they're not trying to do anything too crazy.
Yeah, I think the best way to summarize both of them is just consistent. Both of them are just consistent drivers. Laps are consistent. As the 40 of Ben Kuhn's getting in the wall. But as I was saying, they're just consistent, and they run their lines. They don't really worry about, oh, I need to do this right now. I need to do this right now. They just chill and let whatever happen, happen. And Kuhn falling 2 seconds behind the leaders. Ooh, getting in the wall again, coming out of 2.
Yeah, Ben Kuhn, he's a great racer. Got some really good speed. I mean, he runs really good lines. He's an excellent road course racer. And I got to say, man, it seems like tonight the only person that's going to be able to beat him out here on track is himself. Keep making little small mistakes like that. Nothing really to race ending, but definitely momentum killing.
Yeah, once you get in that groove of kind of hurting yourself, it's hard to get out of because you're just in this mindset of why does things keep going wrong and what can I do better, and you keep forcing it, trying to catch up.
And on the other hand, we have Judson Curtis here, who had a bad restart coming out of that stage break. Ended up going from second, I believe, back down to fourth, and is able to make his way all the way back up here. And really, I mean, he looks like he's reeling the 73 in.
Yeah, he looks like he's gearing up to make a pass here soon. Crosby just a little better on the entrance of the turns, though.
And Motorsports, I mean, they're still fighting that battle, trying to do anything they can to the 48. They only got 2.5 laps here before that caution flag comes out for our stage 2 break.
Ooh, one in the wall. Ooh, Brant on the inside of the 48.
There he goes. He gets that inside line. He's probably going to try and use the 40 here to slow him down. Even if he has the momentum of coming on to the backstretch, which he doesn't.
Ooh,
the 69 able to squeeze up in there. 48 going to drop down here. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea. Todd Perron's going to be able to keep that momentum coming out of turn 4 onto the front stretch. Oh, some close racing between these guys. One lap to go before the stage break. Let's see what happens here. Todd Pront moves up. He's on the outside of the 40. It's going to be a drag race coming to the start-finish line here. And it looks like the 69 was able to have a nose ahead of him. The top 5 looking like we've got in 5th place the 48 Max Dinda, the 40 Ben Kuhn in 4th, Todd Perron in 69 in 3rd, Judson Curtis in 2nd, John Crosby at 73 in 1st. As we hear over the radio, Todd Perron telling everybody that was some good racing. It was fun. It was clean. It was exciting. Ryan, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. These guys, I imagine, are going to come down their last pit stop under caution, and we'll be right back to start our final stage of the race. Welcome back, friends, fans, family, DESI Racing Premier Truck Series, Kansas Speedway. It's been exciting, lots of battles here. New development, though. Last pit stop, we seen that the 35 got beat off pit road from the 40. This time, we see the 35 beat off the 73, was able to get just the splitter on that front bumper ahead of him, and is going to be marked P1 coming here. This restart will be on the 35, who did have a kind of a bad restart that last time, but we'll see what's going to happen here. We're coming into turn 3. Lights are off on the pace car. We are going to be going green this time by. See the 40 there warming up his tires, followed by the 5 doing a little bit of the swishy schwooze side to side, trying to get those tires warmed up. Tire wear tonight has been real. Some of those drivers saying that their tires have been down to into the 50s on their right fronts, which is wild. As green flags in the air, 35. Really good start. The 40 going to be right behind him, try to make something happen. See if he can take that position away from John Crosby, make him fight for it the entire way. Door-to-door action back here at Kentucky.
Oh, Crosby just getting in there.
Crosby making a huge move there. He split the gap like Moses parting the sea, went down to the bottom, hit the apron on the front stretch, and look at him side to side there with the 35. 35 having to let up a little bit. A little bit of a wiggle there from the 35. Man.
6 in one turn. Didn't making a move on second. And Kuhn just throwing it in there though.
Squeezing the 5 down there, trying to get him a little bit off pace. Taking that air off the side. Side drafting is real. That will slow down both of those cars. Give you a little bit of a chance to come out of the exit with more momentum if you're on the outside. But man, it's battle from front to rear here.
And sticking on the he cuts back up.
Bad mid corner by the 5 of Hinton. Not going to be able to keep the momentum like he was hoping for. 48 doing everything he can. He finally gets a nose in there. And sticking to that bottom where he stays comfortable at. Now he's got the 69. Going to help him there on the inside. See what happens here with the 54. Tyler Waltz staying on the outside. Running that high line, leaving plenty of room, hoping that he gets as much speed on the corner exit as he can. Maximize his run there on the front stretch. Oh, we got the 48 and the 40 coming together. They are wrecking. The 40 is backwards coming into turn 1. Man, go back and look at that. It looks like the 48 and the 40 got together. See what happened here. Looking at the 40 of Ben Kuhn running right in front of Max Dinda. Max getting a nose underneath the 40 there. Looks like the 40 just continued to come down. Max doesn't have really anywhere to go unless he's going to hit the ground. Oh, and then he comes back up on track. Man, that is rough. Who was that hit him? Was that the 32, Jonathan Geist?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's a double whammy by the 40 there. He comes down. Max doesn't have anywhere to go. He's not obligated to go below that yellow line. And the 40, I think he was thinking was going to go further down, but he doesn't have to. So the 40 kind of turns himself, it looks like. Watch it again. See, Max goes down. Doesn't have to go to the apron. 40 does keep coming down. Once he gets straightened back out, just not on the brakes, takes out 32. 32, just unfortunate collateral damage. Remember, we don't have any fast repairs here. 32 is going to have to go down and get all that damage repaired himself. Hopefully he's able to get it all fixed and get back out here on track. But while these guys go down pit road, Ryan, what do you say? You think we should take a quick commercial break?
I say so.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys back here.
We're the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. When your sink is in trouble, you could call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers.
Thank you, Super Mario Bros. It seems like the only thing you haven't drained is my bank account. For super service, call or text Super Mario Bros. Plumbing today at 929-55-MARIO. Or reach us on the World Wide Web at smbplumbing.com.
Bombs away. Well, I guess I'm back in love again. Well, hey now, and around we go. This'll bring me ruin, though I suppose it's pleasing. Well, I changed the eyes I get.
Welcome back, racing fans, here with DES iRacing Premier Truck Series Kentucky Speedway. We are currently lap 71 of 120, about to start our last stage break. Not many cars on track right now as we started with. We got a couple that are still getting damage repaired on pit road. That last incident, Ryan, I went down and I talked to Jonathan Geis and Ben Kuhn. Ben ended with about 4.5 minutes worth of damage. He's going to have to get some of that repaired if he's going to want to be competitive down here. But unfortunately for the 32 of Jonathan Geis, that was a race-ending wreck for him. It said that he had too much damage and he was unable to get it repaired. So that is going to end his night early, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. Get caught up in other people's mistakes and end your race early, and we hate to see it.
Perrant with a huge jump on the restart.
Yeah, it seems like something happened with the 5 there. Don't know if he was in the wrong gear or not, but, I mean, he got passed by 2 cars. About to be 3 is 73 of Crosby making a move on the outside.
Perrant just out there all alone. 48 looking at the inside of Judson. Hinton looking at the inside of the 48.
And you know, we're looking at this view from the back window of the 69 Todd Perron's car. And if we can see it like that, you know, in his mirror, he can see that. He's probably going to enjoy watching these three battle here. You know, it's going to slow them down. They're going to have to lift a little bit more so not to get into each other. That's going to give him the opportunity to hopefully get away and catch up to the car in front of him there. Or there is no car in front of him. Todd Perron is the leader. I did miss that. That's just more incentive for him to want to watch these guys drive around and battle each other. And look, sorry, go ahead, buddy.
Hinton touching the apron in the turn there.
Yeah, it looks like Ben Kuhn, he's still in the pits. He's now 2 laps down. Having to get most of that damage repaired. I don't know how much of it was optional versus how much of it was required, but he did say he had roughly 4.5 minutes. Now 3 laps down. I don't know if he's going to be able to come back from this one.
Yes, you're a rough night for TRN racers right now.
See, and that's learned me a little bit there. I'm not going to be able to talk good about anybody else. Every time I talk good about somebody and my hopes for them in a race, something always ends up happening, and there we are, 40 still in the pits. Guys just kind of getting lined up, working their lines, doing what they feel most comfortable with, trying to keep the draft, reel each other in. Oh, and the 5, he's into the wall a little bit. That's going to slow him off. The 48, able to get around him there. Now the 73, John Crosby, he's making a move. They're going to be door to door coming across the start finish line.
Crosby completing the pass.
'56 Mark Holloway having a little bit of internet connectivity issues there. Disappearing. Oh, did Judson Curtis just
passing the 48?
Man, week in and week out, it's a battle between these two every single time. We saw it last week at New Hampshire. We've seen it at Sonoma. You name a track on the schedule, we've seen it there. The 48, the 73, battling side by side, tooth and nail the entire time. And I don't know why we would have expected anything different here tonight.
You know, the 73's got a lot of ground to make up if he wants to get back up front.
Yeah, Curtis doesn't seem like he's able to really close that gap. He's a half a second, 6/10 off from the leader. Crosby trying to reel him in. He's still got a long ways to go, about a second behind the 69 Todd Perront, but he is closing the gap. Look at how much room is between him. Where's the 48 go? 48 all the way back into 6th place. I missed what happened.
He might have gone into the pits. Yeah.
While these guys race around and continue doing what they're doing, we'll try and go back and see what happened and get back with you guys on that. Looks like, yeah, looks like nothing happened. I don't know if he might be undercutting. I wonder if he's coming into pits, getting just enough fuel to finish the race off. He is now 1 lap down, but everybody else is still going to have to pit. They're not going to be able to make it on fuel. Not quite sure exactly how many laps they can get on a tank. But as that happened, we see Crosby, he was able to catch up to the 35, but the 35 also in the meantime was able to close that 6/10 gap on first place. He's now breathing down the neck of the 69. We're going to have a three-way battle for the lead here pretty quickly.
You know, on that last pit stop, I don't know if the 73, when he went down, if he took tires and fuel or just fuel or what he did, but if he's got fresher tires, Judson and Perront did not pit, so they might be in huge, huge trouble right now.
Yeah, Crosby's sitting on 18 laps since he last went and pitted, and the two in front of him are on 27 laps since they last pitted. He is on 9-lap fresher tires. That's going to be a huge difference here. The only difference is these guys are going to want to pit here pretty quickly, go down, get some more fuel so they can make it at the end of the race. What do you think John is going to do? Do you think that when those guys go down to pit, he's going to take that advantage and go pit with them?
It's hard to tell with John, because John pits whenever the wind blows. He pits on like random instances, and it's very confusing for the most part, but it'll somehow work out for him. I know that.
It's absolutely a beautiful strategy that he does. I mean, even as a teammate in a voice chat with him, not knowing when he's going to pit, he keeps everybody on the track guessing, including us. We'll be coming into turn 3, and I'm going to pit, boys. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll pit now. Nobody else on track is expecting him to pit 17 laps on those tires, and it seems to work. As you see there, he got a 2-for-1 there. He's now in the lead, the new race leader, back where he was in the beginning. The 73 John Crosby, lap 90 of 120, leading the charge here.
He's starting to pull away with it too.
Another driver to talk about here, the 23 Thomas Long. He won last weekend, I believe it was, or was it the weekend before, getting his first DES win. We talked about him earlier. He was 6 seconds off of the car in front, sitting in last place. He's worked his way all the way up to he's now sitting P7. There we go. Pit cycles are starting. Heard over the radio, the 69. He's going to go ahead and pit. John Crosby, he does pit with those guys. He will be on the same fuel and tires as these guys. He used what he had to get up in front, and now he's going to be evenly matched.
This is going to be the determining factor for leader. I think John doesn't pit too well, and as we've seen already, he's been beat off of pit road by the 35. So I think this pit strategy or this pit cycle right here for these three are going to determine the leader.
Absolutely. I'll go ahead and take a look here at pit road. I'm going to keep an eye on this. The 35, he's now coming out of his pit stall. 69, he's going. John Crosby is going to be the leader off of pit road. What a battle going there. What a great pit stop by both of those guys, or all three of those rather, getting back out there. Now we're back to battling to see who's going to lead this race when pit cycles are done.
We have a current leader, old man Brian Souza. Very, very lovely to see him up there.
Yeah, I mean, talking about Souza, it's amazing what he's able to accomplish. He's super patient, super consistent, and all at the ripe age. He's like 62, 63, and he's out here showing all these young guys that it doesn't matter. You can come out here and race with anybody, and look at him going to be leading a few laps.
Always lovely to see that.
There's a good look of the track that we are racing, the beautiful Kentucky Speedway. Those big green, bright walls, hard to miss, easy to hit, super fast track, really fun. But we do have a lead change here again. We've got the 54, the Electric Man, Tyler Watts Waltz. Say that 17 times fast, bet you can't. Now in the lead.
I don't believe Max's pit strategy really helped him out here because he just got passed by the 73.
Absolutely. I mean, looking at Max, he is 11 laps since he last pitted. Everybody else is getting on fresh tires, and Max has only been able to unlap himself and work up to P6.
John shooting for first, trying to overtake 3 trucks, and he does.
That's what 20 lap difference on tires does.
John pulling away with the lead too.
High risk, high reward there. And now those other drivers are going to have lap traffic that they're going to have to deal with these slower drivers. The 35, he's able to get through there. Max Dinda, he's up to third. Another thing that he needs to consider here, he has the 5 fresher tires, working his inside. 5 on 4 lap old tires here. He's going to be able to hold it flat out in turn 1 and 2, the 48. He's going to have to lift a little bit. Here comes the other Hinton Motorsports driver, working the inside. Todd from Canada, he was able to make that past 48, diving down to the bottom, not ready to give that up, trying to battle back. But I'm telling you, man, I think you called it there when you said that his pit strategy might not have paid off. He's a little bit worse for the wear, slower than those drivers.
Yeah, honestly, I would be very surprised to see him get a top 5.
As the leader comes across, we are starting lap 99 of 120. Have 21 laps to go here. John Crosby in first, followed by Judson Curtis, Todd Perrant, Brandon Hinton, and Max Dinda. That's your top 5. And Max just falling off pace now, 3 seconds behind the leader, 1 second behind Brandon Hinton.
Judson slowly closing that gap between him and Crosby.
Yeah, and all this excitement that's happening up front, if we take a look there at the back, 7th, 8th, and 9th. They're all right there, right on top of each other. Those guys are battling it out. They less than a tenth of a second between those drivers until they came into turn 1 and 2 on the front stretch. They were right there next to each other. Brian Souza trying to see what he can get done here and catch up back to the back of the 54. But I'm telling you, the 23, he knows what it feels like to be a winning driver here in DES now. He's hungry for more. He's not going to let those guys get away. These guys really need to work with each other instead of against each other if they want to try and catch this pack. Brian Souza diving into the inside. Not going to make anything happen there. He has to lift a little bit. Judson Curtis, he's caught up to the leader.
Also, Mark Holloway passing Max Dinda for 5th place.
Yeah, Mark's been racing his butt off all season. Looking in the Gen 4 cars, he's up in 3rd place in points, sitting 2 points ahead of me and 10 points ahead of Jeff Dinda. And man, he has been racing like a madman, getting as much points as he can. And with 2 races left, I don't think he's finished.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Todd sitting. Oh, go ahead.
Judson right there waiting for Crosby to make a mistake, though.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. Judson is so methodical, so patient. He is one of those drivers that knows that he doesn't have to beat you if you're going to beat yourself. He'll wait until the very last second when you make that little bit of a mistake. He's going to watch the line that you run. You see Crosby, he's going down, pretty much touching the yellow line on the bottom of the track. Judson's going to know, like a shark swimming around chum, that when it hits the water, he's going to be there. He's going to wait for that mistake. He's going to stick his nose in there, and then by the time you realize it, it's too late. Tyler Waltz 2 laps down, just coming off pit road, fresh tires. He passes up 3rd place driver here with those fresh tires. I think he's going to try to attempt to unlap himself. We'll see how that goes. He's going to have to get by the 35 and the 73, who are both the leaders battling each other. We'll see what happens with when that comes by. He's catching them quick too. There he goes. He's going to run the outside. Look at the amount of speed that he's able to carry through 3 and 4. Able to get one of his laps back. Now 1 lap down. Brian Souza slightly off pace. I did not notice this. Souza has not pitted. Thomas Long also has not pitted. They are both 37 laps since they last went down pit road, got some shoes, got some fuel, and they are now lapped. they're going to have to go down pit road, get topped off, get back out there, and being a lap down before going on to the pits. I don't know if that's going to end well for these guys or not.
Laurent up in the conversation now, seeing what he can do.
Mark Holloway holding strong onto that 5th place position. He's about 5 seconds ahead of P6 Max Dinda. Gonna be a comfortable ride for him as we are on lap 111. Gonna be half a lap away from starting lap 112. 8 laps to go here. He really just has to worry about running his line, and he's gonna get a comfortable top 5.
Laurent trying to make a pass on the outside. Nothing doing though. Oh, spoke too soon. Laurent making the pass for P2 in the wall.
It's not over yet. He gets into that wall. If he can carry some momentum and keep some of that speed here coming onto the front stretch, he might have successfully secured that position and has now got his sights aimed on the 73.
Yeah, the 73, while all that was going on, pulled away as much as he could from the 69 and the 35.
Into the wall again. Yeah, I just got word from the officials here. The safety crew actually has employed the 69 Todd Perron as the safer barrier inspector. They do pay him a nickel for every time he tests out those safer barriers. So I think he's gearing up, trying to save up for Christmas coming up here in the next 10 months, 11 months.
Well, you're getting word of that. Tell them I'm interested. I'd probably be rich after one race.
Absolutely, yeah. They need somebody to inspect the grass on the infield every couple laps. So if you are curious about that, go ahead and head up to the safety official's office, drop your application, and I'll put in a good word for you. But as that's happening, the 56, he gets a little loose. Like I said, he's got a comfortable lead, or not comfortable lead. He's got a lead on P6. He's now worked up to about that's a lot of seconds. 11 seconds behind the leader to 4 seconds behind the leader. You do the math. Getting into the wall, getting a little squirrely back there, did not hurt him any. He's just gonna be running his pace, running his line. 35, he's trying to make a move, dive into the inside turn 1 on the 69.
Oh.
Not able to clear him coming out of turn 4. Let's see, or turn 2 rather. Let's see what happens here. Perrant getting back door to door. 35, he has to lift so he doesn't wash up. Neck and neck drag race to the start finish line. 69 holding on to his position.
Well, if I'm John Crosby, I'm extremely happy to see that happening behind me.
Absolutely, yeah. You know that those red cheeks are just bright and lit up right now, watching in his rearview mirror, seeing those guys battling, knowing that he's just getting more and more of a comfortable lead. Here about 5 laps ago, he was only 4/10 ahead, but now he's worked his way up to 1.5. There we see the 48 Max Dinda really off pace. Every lap he loses about half of a tenth. Currently sitting 34 laps, 3 laps to go. He's gonna have just enough fuel to finish this race. Did you hear that on the track, Mike? The lead safety official, the 69 Todd Perront, telling the 73 that he has a loose right rear tire and suggesting that he goes down pit road to get that fixed with 2 laps to go here.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that pit strategy the 48 tried to do did not work at all.
Yeah, he calculated it up. He knew exactly when he needed to pit to have exact amount of fuel to finish. You get, oh, there's 35 dropping to the bottom. Final lap, final time coming to the backstretch. Neck and neck. 69. He's got just a little bit of a lead. The 35 does not want to be on the inside here. That is going to be the slower line. 69. See if he's able to carry that momentum coming to the front stretch.
35. Todd Perront.
Oh, I believe Todd Perront got it. Gonna be too close to finish. Let me come back here and look at the official results. Man, he won it by a bumper. Looks like Todd Perront finished the race with 0.021 differential between him and the 35. Our winner tonight, the 73 Beer Run Racing's own most winning driver in beer run history, John Crosby. Our top 5 finishers here. We're gonna be looking at. I lost it. I don't know where my screen just went black. So we have John Crosby finishing P1, Todd Perront P2, Judson Curtis in third, followed by Brandon Hinton and Mark Holloway.
Is another dominating performance by John Crosby. Week in, week out, he's always up there.
Yeah, he battled his little heart out, was able to get all the way back up. We're going to be bringing in one of our top 3 finishers here. Going to be doing an interview with them. We've got our 3rd place finisher, the 35, Judson, the hot sauce man, Curtis. Man, that was amazing. That finish there, the battle between you, Todd Perront. You finished 0.02 of a second behind him. The splitter of the front bumper of your guys' trucks. Man, walk us through that race, the battles, and everything.
Man, it was tough, man. I felt like I just couldn't get a good grip on the track tonight. That's not one of my best places to show up to, so I'm glad we could bring home some bronze hardware for it. But the racing up front was, phenomenal, with Todd and John. Congrats to John for the win. But man, just clean racing up front. I felt like, you really had to kind of keep the tires underneath you because you were burning that right front up pretty good. So if you weren't too smart about the rubber, then, you're paying the consequences later on in the run. So I felt like maybe I kind of burnt my stuff off, a little bit too quick there on the last run. But it was a blast, man. Good racing.
Yeah, I know that everybody has their strategies coming into a race like this. This track almost has a super speedway feel to it in the beginning. You're flat out turns 1 and 2, but like you said, the tire wear, the rubber on those is just horrible. We had 1 crash caused caution. Were you expecting any of that when you were thinking about your strategy, and did that affect what you had in mind?
No, I kind of had a game plan going into it, and that caution didn't really change anything. And yeah, I thought about maybe coming in and topping it off there, but we were still a little bit outside the window, so I was I didn't really want to crunch the numbers there too quick on it, and we just kind of stuck with the game plan, and it kind of worked out for us here in the end.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed to work out. You were able to get the podium finish. You had some good battles. Seemed like you and the 69 were leapfrogging, man. But congratulations on a top 3 finish here. I know this track is tricky, so good job, dude.
I appreciate it, fellas. It's always a blast. Congrats to John again, and it's always good racing with Todd. So thank you, guys.
Absolutely, man. Have a good night.
Y'all too.
Ryan, now we're going to be bringing in our P2 finisher. That is going to be Todd Perrant from Canada. Man, that was some amazing racing. We just talked to Judson Curtis there. You beat him to the line with 200ths of a second. Man, what was your thought process there? Staying on the outside, keeping that momentum, and just battling that last few laps.
Yeah, well, I noticed early on, staying high late in the run, you get some speed up top. So whenever he started catching me, then I was doing that. And actually, I thought we had another lap to go, so I didn't think I had it just yet.
Ryan, you got anything for our P2 finisher here?
I can't really think of any questions for the Canadian sensation, to be honest.
I mean,
That was fun though. That was great. I thought I was going to get John at the end. I was catching him, and then I just burnt my stuff up.
Yeah, we were talking to Judson Curtis. He was talking about how bad the tire wear was there, but I mean, you guys were leapfrogging. You were battling really hard. I'm gonna ask you kind of the same question that I asked him. We only had one caution in this race. I know that's normal for Premier. Did that one caution affect any of your plan for pit strategy?
No, we had already planned to come in about lap 90 or so. So we just stuck with the strategy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it seems to play off for you. You guys pitted. John passed you guys all there late, and then you and I believe it was your teammate Hinton pitted all at the same time there that last go round, and seemed to work out. You worked your way up the field. You kind of fell back a little bit. I don't remember if that was from pits or what caused that, but man, one heck of a run. Congratulations on the P2.
Yep, appreciate it. Thank y'all for broadcasting.
Well, have a good night. We're going to be bringing up our race winner, John Rosy Red Cheek Crosby here, winning again. Man, dominant performance. I mean, you there for a little bit. You worked your way back. I think just naturally something had happened. You worked your way back to like 4th. You were able to come up. Pit strategy helped a lot. You worked your way back up to front. You had 10 lap fresher tires than the 2 guys behind you, and you elected to pit in front of them, and it was game over from there. I mean, what was your strategy, and what made you make that call?
So before that, I think it was a caution after stage 2, and me and Brian were talking. And I'm like, can we make enough fuel? And he goes, yeah, I think so. So I pit for fuel and tires and not thinking anything of it. I was just going to save the whole time. So I started saving. After the lap started ticking down, I'm like, I'm not going to make it. I'm like 10 short. So I said, well, time to put the hammer down. And I wanted to get in front of them as soon as possible. So I just had just a little bit of an advantage, and then after that, I knew I couldn't beat Judson on the long run if I was just kind of balls to the wall. So I kind of laid back a little bit and packed so much dirty air on him. It's so hard to pass with dirty air in these trucks, so hard, and I learned that in stage 1 with Ben. So, but yeah, no, I just wanted to kind of hang back and get as much dirty air on him as possible, and it definitely worked out.
Yeah, it was definitely an exciting race. Back behind you, P2, P3, they finished 200ths of a second away from each other. Man, it was fun watching it from the booth. How was it watching from that rearview mirror? Was that something that you seen and you're all like, hey man, the the more they battle, the further ahead I get.
Well, that was definitely crossed my mind, but last lap, and I was in turn 3, and I look at my relative, and it says 2.1 seconds or something like that, and Judson was like at 2.0, and I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be close. And I kept watching and then I saw 2.1, 2.1. And I said, oh, this is gonna be close. But yeah, no, that was a super good drive by both of those guys. So congrats to Todd and Judson there on a really good finish for both of them.
Yeah, it's exciting racing all around, man. Congratulations on yet another win. Most winningest driver in beer run racing history. I heard that they're gonna want to extend your contract there as long as you keep winning. So it's
I'm
awesome.
trying my best.
Yeah, awesome watching you race, especially two teammates broadcasting, watching that dominant performance,
Absolutely.
man. So we'll catch you
Absolutely.
next week at the premiere race, man, and hopefully we can see the same result.
Perfect. I hope so too, and thank you guys for putting this on. Really, really do appreciate it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Have a good night, dude.
Yeah, you too.
All right, for all of those DES racing fans that joined us tonight, we really appreciate it. Like we said earlier, go to racedes.com, click on the link to the Discord. You guys can come race with us. We're about to be in our off weeks. You can come learn how we operate. You come just have some fun, meet some good people, maybe even get a chance to come up here in the booth if you guys are just interested in broadcasting with us. Ryan, you got anything for the people watching tonight?
Thank you for joining us, and come back for more.
All right, man. From all of us here at DES iRacing, we appreciate it, and we will see you guys tomorrow night for the next gen. Have a good night. See ya.